Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode. This week I really want to talk about reverse dieting because it seems to be a topic that not too many people understand. The most common questions or comments, I guess, whenever I speak about reverse dieting is, what is it? What do I need to know? How do you do it? Or, people saying, I've tried to eat more and I've just put on weight, or I'd be so afraid to eat more. Or the most common one is, it wouldn't work for me because I can't even smell a donut without putting on weight. So simply put, guys, reverse dieting is a concept that you actually use to repair your metabolism and increase the amount of food that you're eating without actually gaining weight. Now, I know it doesn't make sense, but I will explain, guys. So, well, technically, you can't break a metabolism, and a lot of the ladies that I speak with think that their metabolism might actually be broken, but spoiler alert, guys, it's not broken, okay? It's just probably not working perfectly and responding how we want it to. Instead, it's responding to what you are telling your body to do. So I guess from that perspective, it's working perfectly how it should be, but not how you want it to be, okay? So you might not realize what you're actually telling your body to do. Don't worry though, like I said, I'm going to cover all of it and heaps more in this episode. So basically the concept, and I guess the overall goal, is to increase your calories at a really slow rate, bit by bit, increasing your maintenance calories, okay, so that your body burns more calories naturally each day. Now, a lot of the ladies that I work with started around 1,200 calories, often due to doing, all of these 8-week challenges or super low calorie diets. And now by the time that they finish working with me, we, particularly starting at that point, we often double their intake. So they're eating 2,000 calories, 2,500 calories or more. Now, I want to use myself as an example because I know a lot of you will be able to relate to it, and it's going to help, I guess, it make a lot more sense for you. So a few years back, I was training roughly 12 hours a week. Now, sometimes a little bit more. It was made up of 2 HIIT sessions a day usually, and I was eating around 1,500 calories. Now, it would be fair to say that I was in a pretty average state metabolically. I just didn't think that I had any other choice if I wanted to be lean back then. Now, being in this condition for a long period of time meant that for me to be able to maintain where I was at, I had to eat 1,500 calories a day combined with 12 hours of training per week. Any change to this, and that would equal me gaining fat. Okay, now at this point I was roughly 19% body fat. I wanted to build more muscle and push myself, so I increased my training, which I'm not going to lie, did help increase my muscle mass short term, but then I kept pushing the boundaries because I wanted to get leaner, and after not too long, nothing was changing anymore. So the reason nothing was happening is because our bodies are really, really smart, and a lot smarter than we actually give them credit for. My body had adapted to what I was doing physically and also the food that I was feeding it. That volume of training and food was the new norm for my body, okay? Personally, I wasn't prepared to reduce my calories below that point that I was sitting at because I'd already dropped well below what my maintenance calories used to be, which was around 2,350. So a massive drop. So after a few years of doing that over and over again, stuck in somewhat of a corner, as I guess I like to say, where I had nowhere to go, I had no out except increase my exercise or decrease my food again. And honestly, almost giving up because I didn't really understand how the body worked properly. Now, another example, I was chatting to someone today actually who's 87 kilos and she wants to lose 7 kilograms, okay? She's currently eating 1,900 calories. Now, we went through the numbers together to understand how much of a deficit she needed to be in to achieve this weight loss. It equated to roughly a 500 calorie deficit to lose 7 kilos, and it would take her roughly 13 weeks. Now, maybe a touch more due to metabolic adaptation, which generally begins around week 3. Now, when we lose weight, the weight loss after roughly 3 weeks tends to taper off. And now a lot of you may have experienced this yourself. And the only real option after that is to eat less. But the problem is, you know, these are already quite restrictive intakes, usually 1,200 calories. You know, you're already usually training a shitload and your metabolism is slowing down. Your body is slowly slowing down all of its processes to compensate for this reduced energy intake, and there really isn't anywhere to move. Now, God forbid you should stop training that much and you eat above your body's new maintenance calories. So the reverse diet concept is effectively speeding up your metabolism. So the faster the metabolism is, the more calories you need to consume each day to maintain where you're at, okay? There's two ways to calculate your maintenance calories. There's a generic formula, which is roughly 30 to 40 calories per kilogram of lean body mass. My best advice here though, and the right way to do this would be to track your food intake for 1 to 2 weeks. Eat how you normally would. Don't try and impress yourself with the result. Be honest with yourself. It is really important. Average your calories out for that period and you've got your maintenance calories. Okay, to make sure you've got it right, you should not have either gained or lost any weight during that tracking period. Now let me ask you, if you work out that for one reason or another your maintenance calories are currently 1,500 calories and you want to lose 10 kilos and you know that rough figures, you'd need to be in a 500 calorie deficit a day for 20 weeks, meaning that you would only be able to eat strictly 1,000 calories for about 4.5 months. And that's not even taking into consideration the fact that your metabolism slows down during the process. And after a few weeks, your deficit of 500 calories is going to actually not be 500 calories anymore, meaning that it's likely that you won't be able to meet your goal of 10 kilograms weight loss. Would you actually be able to do that? Would you be able to eat 1,000 calories a day or less to achieve your goal without feeling tired, without feeling exhausted, unhappy, lonely because you won't be able to eat out ever? And would it be worth it? The answer for most of you, I'm sure, is no. And if it's a yes, you should probably not watch anything I have to say, because I'm about actually achieving your goals while being able to maintain it, okay? I'm not about quick fixes that end up worse long-term than before you even started. So for this person, this is when a reverse diet is really handy and will work in your favor. And while short term, it's going to seem counterintuitive because right now, you're impatient, you want to lose weight, you're scared of putting on weight, you don't think it will work for you. Guys, I've heard them all. Trust me, okay? Once we get your body to increase its maintenance calories, the calories that you're burning every single day, once we increase that, which I've personally done myself, just FYI, sitting at 2,450 calories as we speak, and I'm on my way to 2,700 calories and feeling amazing. Remember, I was at 1,500 calories and gained weight quite quickly if I ate anything more than that, okay? It's expected that during a reverse diet, you will stay the same weight, if not experience a very slight increase, sometimes even a slight decrease, I have seen. And if it is a significant increase, then your tracking is off. You know, your calculation is off somewhere, okay? Maybe you're not training in a way that's helping you build muscle, or you're reversing too fast, okay? Touching on training really quickly, all of my girls are given a training program that I have specifically designed for them. Their goals, where they are at in their journey, and to fit it in with their reverse diet. For the most part though, they will be doing resistance training, and we may utilize some HIIT when we're cutting, but there's plenty of other videos that talk about my training methodology and how it all works as well. Guys, I also do have space for one-on-one coaching, which does include all of this plus heaps more, as well as your training to go alongside of it. So click the apply button below, which I've linked in the show notes below, and I will be in contact with you to see if you're a good fit. All right, guys, that's it for another week. I'll see you next week.